Come on, ride the train and ride it. Woo, woo. Come on, ride the train. It's the choo-choo train. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Come on, ride the train. It's the choo-choo train.
No,
if you feel like
no. This will never do. No fun. No singing. No Christmas. Get it out of here. I will not stand for this. What is this? We will not have fun. Any trains being built will be built by me. I will decide where the fun happens. What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy, MC. Lego Light is on. We are live-ish in the Lego Lounge. Peeps, you already saw it. We are building this year's holiday, what is it called? Holiday Express Train Winter Village Collection, set number 10361-956 Lego pieces. And if you haven't seen already, this set does feature a 3D printed piece, which, as I've learned, is not the first time Lego has done a 3D printed piece. However, it has been very rare, and I guess it's kind of a big deal. You know, I think it's put some people on the questioning of what's the future of Lego if they're going to start 3D printing pieces, because there's so many great 3D printers out there. Like my good buddy, Killa Prince. Go check him out. If you have interest in 3D printing stuff, he's a great channel, and he doesn't claim to be the expert of all experts, but he's pretty darn smart at the stuff. So, peeps, I'm excited for this one. You know, I was trying to get some Christmas decorations. I packed everything away solid last year, I guess. I usually even have my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree up in the closet. I guess I packed that away with everything too. So nothing really to decorate the Lego room. So I think next year I'm just gonna have to start getting on this train of pulling my stuff out early. I didn't even try that one. It just came out. Speaking of which, what is our dad joke of the day? Y'all, by the way, have I introduced you guys to my friend Blanket? He's a great friend. He's always got me covered. All right, peeps, let's get on with this build. I'm gonna say some good things and some bad things right off the top, because I haven't built it yet. I haven't even seen any reviews on it yet, but I love the entire idea of this. And even if you go on Lego.com and you look at it, they paired it with the new Christmas tree, so you can put the Christmas tree in the middle of the track. Obviously, you don't have to put the track in a circle. You can, you know, mess around with it, do what you want, but I loved the concept, and when I saw it, I was so stoked. You know, I didn't buy any of the Halloween sets this year. I really wanted them, but I was really stoked for these Christmas sets, and so I ended up picking up most of the Christmas sets. I wasn't really that super stoked about the AT-AT gingerbread thing, but I was excited about this train. And one of the things that excited me was when I was looking at it online. Granted, you guys know, I don't deep dive and just like break down every single detail. I look at it and go, that looks cool, I want it. That's kind of the extent of my research. But I noticed that it was motorized on Lego.com, and I was like, ooh, I really like that. Not only are we getting this cool 3D printed element, but then we're also getting a motorized train. Yes, I want that in my Christmas sets. And then it came in the mail, and I took it out of the box, and it showed on the back here, you have to buy all of the motorized functions separately. And that upset me a smidge. In fact, I'd say a little more than a smidge. This is probably a smidge. It was a little more than a smidge. I wouldn't have been terribly upset about it, except they kind of sold me on their images of this idea. And then I said, okay, so how much does it cost to go pick up all these additional pieces to make the train motorized? It's almost another $100, peeps. And I think that's kind of not great. So right off the bat, they put a little coal in my stocking in terms of this build. I'm still excited. I still think it's a great set. I won't lie, I tried to look for some aftermarket stuff that I could get here in time, and I really couldn't find anything that I could get here in time for a reasonable price. So looks like they've got 2 manuals in this set. One really small one, I guess this is like some side builds, and then they got the full larger one, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought they would have just put it all in one book, but they do have 1 to 2 builders on the cover. You know, the Lego's really leaning into this whole concept of the tag team builds, so that's cool. I'm building it all myself, so not really an issue for me, but seems like they could have just, I don't know. I'm overthinking things, I'm sure. I think this is probably the 3D printed train. I'm gonna put it right here, and we'll see where it comes up in the instructions. Speaking of, let's pull up set instructions. It does have, this set came out this year, not close, even close to retired, and it does have 3D instructions, which, as you guys know, if you've been here before, I love 3D instructions. Backdrop. Another brick separator. Brick separator. Put that over there. And yeah, 6 bags in total, peeps. As I said, I'm still, that was from my last build. I'm still stoked about this build, but that definitely put a little bit of, you know, a little bit of salt on my pizza. You know, I was really stoked to get a motorized train. You know, when you're a kid, I mean, look, I know times have changed. The toys that kids are looking for today are not the toys that we were looking for when I was a kid. You know, everything is leveled up and leveled up and leveled up. But, you know, you can go back to when you were really young. You can remember every kid really just wanted a motorized train. Those things were so legit. And then I got excited. I'll just be honest, I'm 42 years old. I never had a motorized train as a kid. I always wanted one. I was so excited to have a motorized train. And then it had no motor. And I just couldn't bring myself to spend an extra $100. You know, we all know prices of Lego have gone up, and that's fine. You know, I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. You know, we're not gonna change it just by fussing about it. The only way it's gonna change is if people stop buying and Lego starts hurting. But anyways, after paying the price that I paid, and I'll be truthful about that too. I bought these sets a little sooner than I intended, because they did the double points weekend, and I was like, oh well, I really want these pieces, or these sets rather, anyway. So let me go ahead and pick them up. I'd love to have them out for Christmas time. So I picked them up when I did to get the double points. But yeah, it was a price. It was not a cheap set. And then to not get the motorized functions, and then the motorized functions are an extra $100 roughly. I was a little bummed about all that. So, but MC, come on, let's bring it back up. Let's bring up the energy levels. Woo! All right, the Grinch is gonna get me for getting excited. All right, let's get sorted out here, peeps. I mentioned in a video recently, I'm changing up the way I do things a little bit with my process here. I'm still gonna sort like I always did. I'm not gonna take quite as many pictures. I think I'm just gonna take pictures at the end of each section, but I'm not gonna take all the, loose pile, sorted pile, built section. I'm not gonna do it that way anymore. It takes, at least for now, at least until I change my mind again. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of space up on my phone. And so, and also, I was just talking to somebody about this earlier. My Instagram for my YouTube has kind of withered on the vine a little bit. I haven't touched it in a few weeks, and it's kind of a little bit because I don't know. It feels a little bit like a job at times trying to maintain social media, and I'm not a big social media person to begin with. So I think I'm going to start simplifying my social media for YouTube. Well, I mean, my regular social media is almost non-existent, but as far as my YouTube Instagram channel goes, I think I'm going to try to simplify it a little bit. I'm going to put a lot less words in there, a lot less pictures. It's just going to be like I said, just screenshots of the individual built sections. We'll just keep it more to the point and less of the, hey, see how it builds up. See how it builds up. Like, it was fun for a while, and I still like the idea of it, but it's just, like I said, it's starting to feel a little bit like a job. And I don't want it to feel like a job. This is my therapy. I don't say that just to say it. I really mean it. And so as soon as it starts feeling like work, I don't want to do that. I want it to be something that is beneficial to me and hopefully beneficial to all you peeps out there. So on that note, peeps, here we go. Let's just build. Peeps, we are done. I love it. I love it. Let's go ahead and go over everything. So we got our minifigs. Yeah, I believe I showed them all during the build process, but here's the first two. I don't believe they gave them any names or anything, but these are supposed to be like your little passengers. They wait at the bus stop and they're waiting there to get picked up. They look great. They both have double-sided faces, I believe. Yep, two-sided faces. Printing on the front, printing on the back. No leg printing, arm printing, any of that, but oh, wrong hair. I think they look fine. It's Christmas. Like, this is not a build based on anything. It's just a fun Christmas build. So there's those two. Then I get your guy here on the right. I believe he's like your little train conductor. I mean, not your train conductor, your little just train worker. And you got your train conductor. You got that nice little pocket watch. I like that. And they don't have double-sided faces. You got some nice printing on the back. And he's got his little trousers there. He's got his little vest there. So train conductor, train worker. Put them off to the side. As you guys can see, this thing takes up, I mean, the track itself is so big it's hanging off my table. So the goal when I set up this whole thing for real is to have like the Christmas tree in the middle and then some other scenes in the middle here as well. Obviously you don't have to do this in the circle pattern if you don't want. You can do what you want, but I like it like this. I was really hoping to have the powered function, but I don't. But let's see, which one? You haven't seen the caboose yet. That's the only one I didn't show off, but I love the way they did this. Look at this. It looks like a little package itself. It's got a little bow on top. All the trains connect up, so you could change the order up if you want. This is just held on by the little studs, and you get your little, it's all windows. You get your little dining area in there. Not a ton going on. A couple chairs. You could throw some minifigs in there. They do have the studs on them if you want. Very, very simple. I love what they did with this set. I mean, it's all, first of all the colors that we've come to expect from the Christmas theme. The blues, the reds, the golds, a lot of gold in this. I love the little lights that they put on the side using the clear yellow. I gotta say, I was absolutely blown away by this bear, by the polar bear. I saw it, on the box. I was like, oh, we're gonna build it and then attach it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then it was actually physically part of this section of the train. And when I started doing that, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. I thought it would have been almost like a side build that you just throw on the train. Kind of like this. This was a side build that you did at the beginning. It's got all the little toys and stuff. It's got your little 3D printed train that we showed earlier. And then you just attach it here to this section of the train. He is not like that. He is fully attached, but that's because, as you can see, he's got some Technic in there. And his hand rings the bell, and his head does bobble a little bit. Not a ton. And actually, I think I might have to realign I think the little device in there that makes his head bobble up and down might have gotten out of position. So that may be the problem, but I'll fix that later. Love the little micro builds. I did these little micro builds of some toys. You got a little boat here. You got a digger. You've got a little helicopter. And it's funny because as I was going along, I'm like, what are these? And then it was almost immediately obvious what they were once you got them fully built. You're like, oh, I see. It's a digger. It's a helicopter. Man, so freaking fun. I love that they put Technic in this set. This is not a Technic set, but, and you know what's interesting? I thought that so many people were really into Technic, and I've come to realize recently that a lot of people are not into Technic. I've heard several people recently say, I don't like Technic at all. which really surprised me. I really do enjoy Technic, and there is some Technic involved. However, they kept it very basic. So anybody that builds this will not have a difficult time. I promise you. This is such a great set. By the way, my eyes just caught a hold of the front of the train. It's got this Holiday Express banner on the side. This Holiday Express banner on the side. It is all printed. There are no stickers in this set. I love that. And then, as you guys would have seen when I did it earlier, as this goes along, the smokestack, I don't know if we can catch it on here. I'd have to do it on the big screen, but the smokestack moves up and down. I love that. Just like this little mini train, a little 3D printed train, as you can see, as the wheels move, the smokestack moves up and down along with the smoke. I love it. I really like that 3D printed element. It is so cool, so different. I love it. I love it. Great job, Lego. Even this, right? This little lamp post. I keep jumping back and forth. It was so simple, very simple techniques. And they use a little Seance brick in the middle there. And then they put all the little stuff on the side, little yellow clear tube in the middle. And then they put this little yellow dome that's upside down. And boom, you got a light. It looks like a Christmas, light fixture in a older or smaller town. Like, excellent. I love all the gold accents. Even the little steam room here where your conductor works, and they've got the orange clear bricks to represent the fire going in there. He's got his gauge, a little coffee cup sitting up top. He's got a big old wrench so he can work on things. Well, you guys can see it. Man, really, really fantastic details all around. I'm just, look at that. I see you, Biggie. I know you're here. I love that. Oh my God, that is so fun. That is so fun. And that pops right off easily too. Not to mention, they did put on the front, there's a little printed thing with 10361. That's the actual set number. I mean, man, they spared no expense. The one thing I will say, the wheels, most of the wheels were pretty easy you just popped in there. These ones that are on the axles, this is my first time doing a true, I see you. I will come to you in a little bit. Go lay down. Sorry. The ones that just pop in there. But the ones that are on an axle, they didn't really give you a good picture to show you like how well they should be spaced out. So I kept having to, I because I am so funny about Technic now, having made mistakes in the past, I kept testing things and I kept realizing that it was too tight. So I had to keep changing it, but that's so minor. Man, look at this thing. Goes around the tracks. I can't obviously go all the way out here because it's hanging off my table, but I love it. I love it. Even the little bit of Technic that's on this bear makes the head move. Yeah, you can kind of see his head is just, and his hands are shaking back and forth with the bell. Oh man, so cool. Even a little bench over here, very simple. Just a couple bricks and a couple plates to make the bench. No studs on it, but you can sit up your English is hard, peeps. You know it was coming at some point. You can sit your character up there. It's supposed to be attached at a different spot, I think. Oh, maybe not. I guess it doesn't really matter where I stick it. So, anyways, I just put it there for the picture. But, man, what a fantastic... Even the wreath on the side of the car looks great. They always get those in there somehow. I'm baffled. There was a lot of white in this bag, so I knew the bear was coming. But again, the way they accomplished that bear is so cool. I love that it has the functions built into it. I love that it has something to play. And then if I ever do manage to get this thing motorized, I'm going to be able to run it around the track, see the bear shaking his bell, see the smokestack going up and down. What an awesome set. Just under 1,000 pieces, and you know, it says it took 3 hours. I know that it was long or shorter than that because I kept having to pause to take care of things. I had to run out and pick up the kiddo from school, but oh man, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by how awesome this is. Like I said, this is my first, well, I guess this isn't my first train. Yeah, so all right. I guess Hogwarts Express was my first train, but Hogwarts Express was different in the way they accomplished the train. I feel like this is a traditional Lego train, whereas that is a specialized Lego train. Y'all let me know in the comments if you guys have built that set versus like a regular Lego train. This seems to more like these, by the way, it was coming eventually. Backwards. I forgot what I was going to say that quickly. I was talking about the train. I lost it. Man. Oh! The train tracks. That's what it was. Is anybody else opened a pack of these train tracks for the first time and freaked out because you thought you were breaking them? I've never done a set of these type of tracks before. And so they all come together. They come in a 4-pack, held together just by these little tiny plastic rods. But the instructions don't tell you that you need to remove these. So like they're just stacked up and I'm like trying to figure it out. And I'm afraid I'm going to break something. I'm over there like pulling and it finally goes click. I'm like, oh, I broke it. And then I realized, nope, it's just these little rods and you just have to pop them out. But I didn't know that ahead of time. So it was freaking me out. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to break this thing by accident. But no, they're just held together by a tiny little rod. And you just pull it and it just pops out. That's it. It's very simple. Oh man, I love this set. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it's in the collection. It's going to be, I believe, I haven't pulled out the Christmas stuff yet, but I think it's going to end up being the centerpiece of the Christmas setup this year. So fantastic build. I'm not doing a full Spufflers or full rating or anything, but 10 out of 10, peeps. Just if I just had to rate it out of 10, 10 out of 10. So fun. Looks great. Instructions were great. Build experience is great. I don't see anything wrong. I can't say anything bad. It's amazing. All right. 9.5 out of 10. But that's the lack of motor in this thing really frustrates me. That's the only bad thing I can say. I can't say anything else. I can't really say anything bad about the set itself. I'm really complaining about Lego and the fact that they tricked me into thinking I was getting a motorized train, and I in fact was not getting a motorized train. So if I have to say anything negative about this entire set, that's it. It does upset me, but I wish, so I wish it came with it, but it doesn't. So I will make do without it until I can find something that is reasonable price, or until, maybe I build up enough Lego points and I just buy it with Lego points. But man, what a really fun build. I even like, they used in a few different areas, they used the little tiny blasters. Let's see if I got any spare ones over here. Yeah, this one is in black, but these style blasters, they did them in gold. Goodness, there we go. They did them in gold to make little handrails around the train. Ah, man. And then there's even like, these pieces. Now, this time it's in gold. I should have just kept up the split screen. They have these pieces in gray. Some of them are in gold just to accentuate, but some of them are in gray to represent like a step up to get up on the train. And man, so many fun little details. Again, very, very simple build. Nothing complicated. Even the little technique that's in here, very easy to accomplish. Highly recommended, guys. Highly recommended for your Christmas budget, you know, if you can afford it. But if you can, get it. Put it in your collection. Totally worth it. So fun. Looks great. Fun to play with. Just be aware, doesn't have the motor inside. If you don't have a motor already, you're looking at another, if you want to buy the official Lego one, you're looking at another $100. If you don't have the official Lego one, you know, maybe you can get a cheaper one somewhere. Like I said, I saw some out there. I just wasn't going to be able to get it in time for today's recording. So I said, all right, we'll just roll with no motor at all. We'll just, you know, my video will be a little less awesome. Peeps, if you guys enjoyed this, please do all the things. Don't be a Grinch. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a share and a like and all those things. Do all the things. All the things. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then. Happy holidays, peeps. Happy holidays!